Tacoma goes by a lot of names. The City of Destiny, Tacktown, the 253, the Deuce Nickel Tray, the Gritty City. Whatever it is, it's my hometown. I need to start out by acknowledging Tacoma is built on land stolen from the indigenous people of the Puget Sound, mainly the Puyallup tribe. The name Tacoma, which originally referred to the mountain we call Rainier, comes from the Lushootseed language spoken by the Puyallup tribe. Linguists debate over the meaning, but my favorite hypothesis is that it means larger than Baker, because Ta means larger and Coma means Colshan, aka Baker. So take that, Bellingham. To me, Tacoma has always had an underdog energy, overshadowed by Seattle in a lot of cases, despite its rich culture, history, and the amazing artists, athletes, musicians, and innovations that my city produces. I think for a lot of people who grow up and live in Tacoma, that underdog energy serves as motivation to work harder, be better, and make a name for yourself. Certainly has for me. I look at the people that this city created and want to fill their shoes. Lots of people know Ted Bundy grew up here. He lived a few blocks from my parents' house, went to Wilson High School with my great aunt. But that guy is a terrible human being. Another Wilson High School grad who's not a terrible human being is Dale Chihuly, the famous glassblower, and he loved Tacoma. So much so he started Hilltop Artists, a program that teaches kids how to blow glass. Jason Lee Middle School and Wilson High School both have glass shops because of Dale Chihuly's love for Tacoma. On the topic of artists, it needs to be said, Nirvana, the famous Seattle grunge band, is actually a product of Tacoma. Kurt Cobain played shows with his band at the Community World Theater in Tacoma before he ever came up with the name Nirvana. The song About a Girl is written about Tracy Miranda. I went to elementary school with her kids. The Tacoma punk scene of the late 80s nurtured the band in its adolescence until they got their names straight and their songs tight enough for the big city. Speaking of music, another person you might run into at the Community World Theater was Nico Case, singer-songwriter. She has a song on the Hunger Games soundtrack. Technically, Nico's a Canadian, but she ran away as a teen and landed in the City of Destiny. Pop culture. Tacoma produces a lot of it. 10 Things I Hate About You, Say Anything, and The Hand That Rocks the Cradle were all filmed in Tacoma. I first watched The Hand That Rocks the Cradle in the house it was filmed in. Thanks, Michelle. There's a shooting range in the basement. It's kind of creepy. Say Anything features shots of Bob's Java Drive, another spot you could have seen Kurt or Nico hanging out at in the late 80s. It's also my favorite spot to sing karaoke. Considering the protests happening across the country right now, another notable person who lived in Tacoma is Ralph Chaplin, writer, labor activist, songwriter, and illustrator. Chaplin wrote the song Solidarity Forever. He created the black cat logo for the industrial workers of the world, and he curated manuscripts for the Washington State Historical Society in Tacoma. Right now, Tacoma has a lot of stuff going for it. ETC streetwear brand, I'll Fight You rap group, Grit City Magazine, which is one of my favorite Instagram accounts right now, and a lot more. I've heard lots of Western kids say some mean things about my hometown, that it's trashy or ghetto, or call it Tacompton, and a variety of other tone-deaf, racist dog whistles. I think they're just jealous because their hometowns were boring growing up. Growing up in Tacoma taught me a lot of lessons. Lessons about injustice and inequality, lessons about respect and hard work, lessons about diversity, acceptance, and community, lessons about making a name for yourself. I'm grateful I grew up in Tacoma. I don't think I'd be the same person if I lived anywhere else.